Hi, hello, welcome to a new classroom session of our YouTube channel. I am SHAMEEM. Today we are going to discuss two questions from the topic mixture. If you do regular practice, we can solve that problems within seconds without using pen and paper. So let's start solving the questions. Let's start discussing the first question. Question number 1. 729 liter mixture contains milk and water in the ratio 7:2. So 729 liter mixture is there. In that mixture, the milk is to water ratio is clearly given. So I am noting that milk is to water ratio, it is clearly given as 7:2. Next, how many liters of water should be added to make the ratio 7:3? On adding water to this mixture, the ratio becomes 7:3, that's given. And we need to find the quantity of water added to this mixture, right? We all know that, consider a milk mixture. If we add water to that milk mixture, the only changing value is water. The quantity of milk will never change, that we all know. I am repeating once again, consider a milk mixture. If I am adding water to that mixture, the only changing quantity is water. The quantity of milk will never change. First of all, you should remember that. So I am using that logic to find the answer for this given question. So consider this ratio. As you can see here for milk, in the initial condition and the final condition, the ratio of milk is not changing. When we consider water, yes, from the initial condition to the final condition, the water quantity is changing, right? So we can apply that technique to find the answer. That means when comparing this water from 2 to 3, the increase in value is +1. So listen the technique that I am applying to find the answer for this question. Initially, as you can see here, the mixture, when we are considering the mixture, the initial ratio was 7:2. Assume that initially the quantity of my milk is 7 liter and the quantity of water is 2 liter. So we can easily say that initially the quantity of my mixture will be 7 plus 2, that is 9 liter, right? So comparing that 9 with the given question, we know that initially clearly given that the quantity of mixture is given as 729 liter. So corresponding to my 9 in the given question, it is 729, right? After that, what we need to find? We need to find the quantity of water added. When comparing the ratio from 2 to 3, we added 1 liter. That's why the ratio becomes 7:3 from 7:2, right? So we added 1, so I am comparing that. So corresponding to our 1 that we added, the value for the given question is. So here I am applying broken chain method to find the answer. Listen the way I am explaining. The procedure for solving the broken chain method is that first we should write the value above the question mark. So I am writing that value 729 into. Next we need to write a fraction. Here when we are comparing the left hand side, from my mixture to my water, actually the value is decreasing. So in the real world also, from their mixture to the water, the value should decrease, right? So we need to get a smaller value here. In order to get a smaller value here, remember that we should consider smaller value in the numerator in that fraction, right? Here the smaller value is 1. So I am considering 1 in the numerator and 9 in the denominator. I am cancelling this 9 1 times, 9 8 times 72 and 9 1 times. So 81 into 1, that is 81 liter. So we can say that the answer for the given question is option number 4, 81 liter. Or you can directly apply like this. Listen here. We know that 81th multiple of 91 is actually 81th multiple of 9 is actually 729, right? So directly we can say that 81th multiple of 1, that will give the same answer, that is 81, right? Hope this is clear. Yes, let's discuss the second question you saw in the thumbnail. So this is the question. A solution of salt and water contains 15% salt by weight. Of it 30 liters water evaporates and the solution now contains 20% of the salt. Find the original quantity of salt. So in this question they are dealing with salt solution, right? So first of all I am considering salt and water. Initially it is clearly given that a solution of salt and water contains 15% salt by weight. So 15% salt means, consider that the solution has 100%. That salt solution has 100%. Out of that 100% solution, clearly given that the salt is 15%. Since the total solution, if we consider it as 100%, if 15% is salt, then for sure the remaining 85% it will be water, right? So from that percentage I am converting to ratio. Here 5 is common for both. On cancelling it with 5 3 times 15 and 5 17 times water, right? So I am writing salt is to water ratio as 3 is to 17. Next, continuation of that question. Of it 30 liters water evaporates. That's very important. 30 liter water evaporates. That's the point. and the solution now contains 20% of the salt. When 30 liter water evaporates, as a result of that, in the present solution the percentage of salt is clearly given as 20%. So I am considering that the salt percent as 20%. Again, that's a new solution, right? So again, if I am considering the total percent as 100%, out of 100, if 20% is salt, then for sure the remaining 80% it will be water. So from that data also we can consider another ratio. Here 20 is common for both, so 21 times and 24 times, so we will get the ratio as 1:4. When we check the ratio in the salt side, actually from 3 it changes to 1, and from 17 water side, from 17 it changes to 4. So remember this logic for this question, as we discussed in the previous question, the same logic we are applying here also, but here it is evaporation, right? So listen carefully. When we consider a solution, a salt solution, when water gets evaporated, there will be no change for salt, right? When water gets evaporated from that solution, the quantity of salt will never change, that we should remember. That means the quantity of salt is same in the previous and the present condition, right? So but when we are considering in this ratio, here the previous value is not equal to the present value. That means we need to make these two values same or equal. So in mathematics, in order to make both the values same or equal, the best possibility is take the least common multiple. For 3 and 1, we know that the LCM, the least common multiple, is 3. So in order to make both the values as 3, here I need to multiply this with 1, and here I need to multiply this with 3, right? So I am writing that into 1 into 3. Since here I multiplied with 1, here also I need to multiply it with 1. The reason why is, in order to make mathematically equal, we need to consider like that. Here I multiplied with 3, so here also we need to multiply it with 3. As a result of that, we will get a ratio, right? The ratio is 3 into 1 is 3 and 17 into 1 is 17. So we will get the salt is to water ratio. For the first row it is 3:17, and in the second row it is 3:12. So we reached our condition, that is when the water evaporates, the quantity of salt will never change. So we obtained that condition. After that we are checking the water side. From 17 to 20, actually the value is decreasing, and it decreases by 5. So when we are comparing our comparison with the given question, here for us from 17 to 12, since 5 is decreasing, that means our 5 liter is evaporated, 5 liter water is evaporated, because we are considering the water side. So we can easily say like this, that is, for us the evaporated water is actually 5. Corresponding to our 5, in the given question it is clearly given that the evaporated water is 30 liter. So 5 corresponds to 30, and what we need to find? We need to find the original quantity of salt. Here for this, the ratio we consider for salt is 3, right? And we need to find the original quantity of salt. So the original salt, 3 corresponds to the answer. So on solving this, we will get the answer. So here I am going to apply the broken chain method. Listen the way I am explaining. We know the procedure. First we should write the value above the question mark, that is 30 into. Next we need to consider fraction, right? When we are looking to the left hand side, that means from evaporated water to original salt, from 5 to 3 the value is decreasing. So in the right hand side also, from 30 to question mark the value should decrease. That means here we need to get a smaller number. To get a smaller number, always remember that we should consider smaller value in the numerator section. So when we are comparing 5 and 3, here the smaller number is 3. So I am considering 3 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. I am cancelling this. So on cancelling it with 5 1 times and 5 6 times, as a result of that 6 into 3 it is 18 liters. Or we can, without using that broken chain method, we can directly say the answer also. It is also possible. The reason why is, we know that 5 into 6, that is 30, that we know. If 5 into 6 is 30, again we can apply the same procedure, that multiplication value. 3 into 6 will give the answer. So 3 into 6, that is 18 liter. That means for this question the answer is option number 4, 18 liter answer. Hope this session is interesting. We will discuss another set of tricky questions in the next class. Thank you very much.